going to try to cover these 6 stocks in one day based on their Ichimoku, and I'm going to start with the S&P, and you can see that we have the price that is broken through the cloud, but we've got this flat cloud down here, which I maintain is going to provide some sort of magnetic appeal to price to bring it down. We also have the Chiku span right here that has been blocked by the 200-day moving average, and then we've got it coming up to the cloud. So this sort of resistance indicates that we might be topping out somewhat here. And if we look at the 1 week, we are at the top of the 1 week cloud for the S&P 500. So let's keep an eye on that. Next one, Apple. The story about Apple is simple. It's bumped into this gap right here that goes back to December the 4th. And it's just going to take time to break through that gap. Yesterday it broke through this gap back here from December the 13th. Now it's got another one to break through. AT&T. AT&T met resistance right here on the cloud and dropped. Caterpillar. Caterpillar has broken through the cloud after getting rejection here from this gap on December the 4th. Couldn't break through that gap, so it came down, found support on the cloud, could not break out of the cloud, had earnings, dropped it below the cloud. Now it's come back quite strongly after earnings. Let's look at its 1 week, and we can see that it's just still struggling under the 1 week. But this Gartley pattern is intact and hasn't been broken yet. So I'm still looking at a target of 150 for Caterpillar. Intel. Intel is interesting. Intel, let's open this up a little bit. Wandering around in the cloud. Think about when you're in the cloud, you're a pilot and you're flying blind through a cloud. You can't see the sky, you can't see the ground, so you're sort of, without instruments, you're flying blind. Let's just take a look at that now. That is the 1 week. On the 1 day, we've got an all clear. We've got the Chiku span bursting up. We got price that burst up. It went up today, and then it retreated back to about halfway. And why is that? Again, it comes down to this week here in the cloud. WDC, stock that I have been following for such a long time. Heavy selling happened up here. Then we had lots of volume, a capitulation volume here, and then it started to climb up. Went pretty nice, and then we had a series of unfortunate events, but it's starting to move its way back up again. The cloud doesn't tell us very much on the 1 week. On the 1 day, it does tell us something. Not so much the cloud, but the fact that we are fighting this gap from October the 25th. We hit the gap here on January 25th, pulled back to the bottom of the cloud, exited the cloud and tried to hit the gap. We didn't hit the gap the next day. And today was sort of a doji right at the cloud. So that's a look at my favorite 6 stocks.